Hello, I'm Zach Kolakowski and I am the owner of Kolatech here in the northwest of the UK. We specialise in Volkswagen Audi Group vehicles and predominantly the fast ones. We call ourselves a performance specialist. We look after race cars, track cars, fast road cars and just generic road cars. We look after and build all these vehicles. So whatever you have Volkswagen Audi Group related, don't hesitate to send us a message on Instagram or Facebook. We're going to get today's car in a minute and I'll show you what has been going on with the car and also why I've decided to film it halfway through the job. So here we have a 2016 Audi S3. This vehicle is fitted with Gen 5 Haldex system. The vehicle initially came in for front diff service, rear diff service and a Haldex service. Excellent maintenance work. This is the sort of work we do day in, day out. So we did all that work, but why is the car still here, you're asking? We basically went to bleed the pump after the Haldex service and we're trying to activate the pump and we have no communication to the all-wheel drive control unit, which says to me, we've got an issue. So I basically go down the route of diagnosing the vehicle the proper way, not just guessing. We don't like misdiagnosing vehicles here. We try and do first time fix and also test, not guess. That's our motto. So we go straight in, no communication. We've either got a power fault, a control unit fault or a CAN bus fault somewhere, but it wasn't a data bus fault, so it's leaning towards a power fault or a control unit fault. Straight away, go to the fuse. Fuse is okay, fuse is in the glove box. We then go to the back of the unit, we back probe into the ground wire. We've got a 12 volt power wire, we've got a signal wire, we've got a CAN high and we've got a CAN low. So we know our ground's good, we know our power's good, we know CAN high, CAN low is good and our signal wire's good. We then remove the unit, we take the back off the unit and we found a lot of green corrosion. So that's where we're at. We have a brand new second-hand control unit on the bench over there and we're going to try and plug it in and see if we've got our comms back. So here is the second-hand control unit we have been supplied by the customer. We went and sent him out to the local scrapyard and got him a Haldex control unit. The reason why we've done this is because if you put a brand new one on, it can end up being like £1,000 job after coding. Whereas a second-hand one with the exact same part number, normally I just plug and play. So we've got this unit, we're going to try and give it a plug in and go from there. And what I'll do is I'll remove the old unit and I will take the cover off and I'll show you what I found yesterday. So up here, this is where the Haldex control unit lives. It basically has 2 bolts and then we'll get this off and we shall analyze what we've got and what we're going to do. So I'm just going to grab some tools. You just need a 10mm and you need a Torx 30. So we have new second-hand control unit and the old one. So we can see the part numbers are the same, the software numbers are the same, and the hardware numbers are the same. So we'll just quickly throw this unit apart here just to show you the internals of it. So give me 1 second. So we can tell this control unit on the left, the new one, is from 2017, whereas this one is from 2016. So it's a year newer, but it is the same part number, software number, and hardware number. Some of the other numbers don't match, but the important ones do match, so we should be okay. We are halfway there. It's absolutely freezing. Is anyone else sick of this weather? Can't make its mind up? Yesterday when I got home it was glorious, and then again it's freezing again. Super weird, super weird. England is just a funny place, isn't it? It's just a very funny place. So if we, nearly there. Da, 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 da. Alright, so if you see on board here, I've cleaned a lot of it up, but see all the corrosion there. And also on the plate, again I cleaned it all up, but it's shocking. This has had savage water ingress. So what we'll do now, plug this one in and then see if we can get communication. On simple jobs like this, normally I just use OBD11, but I am filming on my phone, so can't use OBD11. I could screen record it, I suppose, but what we'll do is we'll just use the old trusty auto, because I can't bother getting Otis out. Otis is a blag when you're trying to do things on the fly. So we've got trusty auto. We'll plug the old auto in, and we shall see if we can access the all-wheel drive control unit. And if we can, we'll get that pump bled, we'll get it screwed back together, we'll top up the oil, and she's a good one. So see you in a minute. My God, I hate all this self-promotion work, but that's the way the world is now. Because most people who watch these videos are still quite new to me. I've only got like 650 subscribers. Everyone who watches a video probably quite new to me. So background on me, worked in Ford main dealer when I was younger, did my apprenticeship for a couple of years there. Then I worked in an independent Ferrari specialist for a while, and then I went to Audi for 5 years, then went to Volkswagen for a year, and then I became self-employed. So my main background is Audi. Audi was where I mastered my trade, so to speak. That's where a lot of good things happened to me at Audi. It was somewhere where that is my best ever and main job, where I learned pretty much everything I know today. Volkswagen sort of solidified that. When you go from Audi to Volkswagen and you're ripping engines out of RS6s and Q7s and SQ7s and all these crazy things, rebuilding 3-litre TDIs, that sort of stuff. And then you go to Volkswagen, you realise, hey, the Volkswagen lads have got it easy. But yeah, I left the main dealer network all back then. And now I'm in here doing odds and sods. But yeah, you probably see all of you on my Instagram and Facebook and some of the YouTube reels. I do a lot of racing, work in the pit crew. I don't race myself, I'm a terrible driver, but yeah, I do a lot of pit crew work, car setup and stuff like that nowadays. So we can do a lot of cool things here. Again, I'm a one-man band, so I do limit the size of job that I take on nowadays, because unfortunately I can't do it all. I wish I could do it all, but I can't do it all, unfortunately. So yeah, back to the job at hand. So if we go down to here, we can see the all-wheel drive control unit is passed with no fault. So if we click on that, please communicate. And voila. Let's see if we can go into some of these settings. Okay, excellent. We have fixed. The problem has been fixed. So we go pump motor, bugger, I need to start the car. Let me start the car, be right with you. Okay, so the light has gone off the dash for traction control. We have activated the pump motor. And if we go under here now, we should hopefully try and hear the pump motor do its thing. Can you hear that? I'll put my microphone near it. Oh. Hey, fixed. So yeah, that is job well done. So I'm going to put the 2 bolts back into the Haldex unit. I'm going to top up the oil a little bit more, just in case it needs to take a bit more, because obviously when you take the pump out, you drain maybe 200 mil, 100 to 200 mil worth of oil more. So I'll take out the fill plug, make sure that it's got a sufficient amount of Haldex oil in, and then we can wrap this job up, get it invoiced, get it paid, and get it out the shop. So that was a bit of not a headache job, but a job which I didn't think was booked in. So we did, basically the breakdown of the job is half an hour's labour for front diff, half an hour's labour for rear diff, 45 minutes worth of labour for a Haldex service, and then we've had now, unfortunately, an hour's worth of initial investigation to do all those wiring checks and make sure everything is schmicko there. And then we've probably got another hour's worth of fitting, scanning, bleeding, filling. Might knock it to about 45 minutes because this guy is a solid dude. He's a good customer, so we'll help him out because it's a bit of a shitty situation. Your bill is pretty much shot through the roof here because of these issues. I know we can't all win, but yeah, it's one of those things. So I'll just take this drain plug out and I'll show you what we're looking for. So if we take this out, it's cold outside, look how wet and frosty, full of dew. See, we need to put more in because the pump's bled now. But the pump was happy, it was screaming its little knackers off. Little pump going crazy. So yeah, the pump just, this control unit just bolts back up there, like so. So I put that in, absolutely chuffed with that, mega. So customers coming for £130 service on his Haldex, and he's left with a potential £1,000 bill. Obviously there's communication between me and the customer before we authorize stuff like this, but if I was, for example, a specialist who fits genuine only brand new fire parts, we are talking an hour's investigation. Them sort of garages are a lot more than me. So price breakdown, for example, £90 on top of your £130. Well, I'm cheaper really, but argument's sake, £90 plus 130 equals this much. I'm gonna put it here because I'm really bad with numbers. So that's to find that fault, 1 hour. They might even milk it for a bit more, which is crazy. You've got a genuine Haldex unit from TPS. I'm sure they're £600 to £700. So let's just go £700 added there. We've then got to code the thing because it's a virginized unit from the main dealer. So you're looking at probably £150 to code it. And then you've got another hour's labor to finish the job off. So this is your final figure. Your final figure is here. So if you took this car to one of the really big specialists, your potential £130 job has now reached £1,000, and that's just mental, isn't it? It is mental, but that is the way you do it in a main dealer, and that is the way you do it in a really high-end specialist. I would class myself as on the upper range of the specialist with my knowledge, but because I'm on my own and I'm too soft really. Because I'm too soft, we do like to try and help our customers out, and although there will be zero warranty on that control unit, the car's fixed, and it's fixed for probably a long time. So what more can you ask? We've done the job, that is it. If you've liked the video, I know it's short and sweet, thank you for watching. And if you want to comment, like, subscribe, share, do all those YouTube-y things, I can then start filming customers' cars more. It's great fun, it is great fun. And fixing faults like this, it's a bit awkward to have the conversation that your car isn't gonna be right, but now it is right. And it's bloody awesome, so let's go and give this a test drive. Okay, we can probably call this fixed. The car drives well, no traction light, no nothing. So we can call this a good one. Get it invoiced and we'll go home. Not go home, sorry, get on with today's work.